Hey everyone, welcome back. Bigelow Reviews here. I am Brent Bigelow, and we have another review for you, and that is Lil Yachty's latest record. Let's start here. This record is Lil Yachty's 8th album / project mixtape thing, and he's been around making music for a long time. And this year is his very first forte into completely changing what he does. No more trap rap for Lil Yachty. No more just crazy music and silly childish like beats from Lil Boat. Lil Boat is now on the psychedelic rock train. That's right, you heard it right. Let's start here is Lil Yachty's forte in his very beginning intro into psychedelic rock. Some people are saying that this record is Lil Yachty's Igor. That being said, I don't really see that happening. I understand why they say that and why people think that. Definitely in different cases and circumstances. Just in sheer concept and saying that this record is his Igor would mean that he produced all of the beats, and which Tyler the Creator did. Tyler the Creator is a fantastic producer. He made that entire album. Of course, there's people involved in helping. Lil Yachty, after listening to this album multiple times, feels like a feature artist on his own album. For me personally, this record shows it's an absolute reflection in what the production was on this record, because the producing on this just sounds, I think sounds great. They did a great job really carrying this music. I think Lil Yachty, honestly, is a little bit out of his league on this record. I don't think Lil Yachty, talent-wise, can reach what he's trying to hit. Talk about it later on. But that being said, and me totally just dragging his record through the mud already, just give me a listen, hear me out. Plenty of things on here that I do like. This album is good. I don't think it's like, you know, the bee's knees or the album of the year already, like I've heard a lot of people say and act like. This record to me has a lot of good moments and shining lights where I think Yachty does a great job staying in his lane and staying within his capabilities. So the very first song on here, you give The Black Seminole, is I think easily the best song on this record. It has the most psychedelic references. It has freaking Pink Floyd interpretations on this thing, basically samples of Pink Floyd. This song being the most Pink Floyd out of the entire project. This whole experience, you feel like Lil Yachty taking mushrooms for the first time or taking LSD for the first time on this track. The entire trip that is like done up production wise is fantastic. When listening to the song, you can hear the obvious like the Pink Floyd and honestly Tame Impala references. Lil Yachty does a great job on here. Vocally, he stays within his range. But this is like a long freaking track, at almost like 7 minutes. This song is an absolute great representation of what this album could have been. The last ending part of the album too, the vocals are fantastic. Diana Gordon, the background singer on this one, did an amazing job. I want to make sure she gets the attention that she deserves. Fantastic job. The ending of this track is just wonderful. And the way it sets up the next track is fantastic as well. The song The Ride featuring Tizo Touchdown, who funny enough toured with Tyler the Creator for the Call Me If You Get Lost tour just recently. Features on here, does a great job as well. But the song has this like a very peaceful summer day vibe to it. The Tame Impala is strong with this one, and I think that's like the biggest reference throughout this entire record. I think Lil Yachty went in, it was like, hey man, make me a Tame Impala record, because that's every song. That's what it feels like. I just wish what is just a Tame Impala record featuring Lil Yachty. I'm saying this with the nicest way possible, but Lil Yachty and Tizo Touchdown both have extremely annoying voices, but for some reason, they sound fantastic together on the track. I guess a minus and a minus equals a positive, because that math on that record was 100%, if you asked me. The song Running Out of Time has a Daft Punk sound to it, super funky, where it's rocking and thumping bass on there. The trumpet performance on this song too, also great. Lil Yachty on this one is singing about how he just wants to hang out with this girl more and more. They can't get enough of each other, they're obsessed with each other. But the song does run a little long and it just kind of sounds a little bit repetitive. The track Pretty is a pretty great track as well. The song is an awkward, I'm pretty and sexy type track from Lil Yachty. The feature by Fushi as well on this one's pretty good. But the part on the song that drives me insane is Lil Yachty's like high pitch like Oz, where he's like, it's what it sounds like. He sounds like Like when like you give a baby one of those like vibrating like teething toys and they go like that's what Lil Yachty sounds like on this track. And after a few listens it gets annoying. But I do like the song initially. The first couple of listens I loved it, but the more I heard Lil Yachty on it, it just kind of like tanked it for me a little bit, but I still enjoy it. It's a fun listen for sure. The song Failure is a spoken word track, funny enough, produced by Mac DeMarco. Who saw that collab coming this year? Mac DeMarco, Lil Yachty? What world are we living in? Yachty is talking about just like having a mentality of just overall being positive, kind of like the glass is half full type of a mentality. The comparison that he makes in this record is, let's say you lose one finger, but at least you still have 9 more. It's kind of the entire like vibe and energy of that track. On the song The Zone, Lil Yachty talks about just being home and what exactly home means to him. Lil Yachty says that when he's alone by himself, he doesn't feel home, but when he's with other people, he does feel like home, even if he's not at home. The song We Saw the Sun is like The Zone Part 2. It kind of continues right into each other. On the song, Yachty talks about like weathering the storm of life and metaphorically saying that he is cleared the storm and he's now seen the sun. It's just a very, like, overall with the 2 songs, it's very much like a very positive breakup track. On the song Drive Me Crazy, you have another great performance by Diana Gordon. Yachty just sounds comfortable on this track. It's within his limitations. The duet is awesome, and even the groove on this one's even better. But for some reason, the third verse on this song just absolutely tanks. The energy on it just goes, like, just gets sucked out. I don't know what happened or why they took certain instrumentation out, but the song just kind of died there. On the song, I've officially lost my vision. Sounds like he's talking about either he's overdosing or he's having a bad trip. Diana Gordon's on this one again, does a great job singing. She kind of like talks from the side of the drugs kicking in. On the song Say Anything, Lil Yachty's talking about getting freaky with this girl, and he's willing to do anything to keep her around, even lie. Yeah, we love men doing toxic crap. On the song Paint the Sky, it is a psychedelic filled trip of a song. We're back to doing like Pink Floyd-y type crap again. There's some massive vocal effects on Yachty's voice. The 808s are loud and thumping. Lil Yachty sings about just really super simple stuff. The lyrics are pretty simple, but the song sounds like a Weekend track, honestly. It has that like 2000s, has that 2010 The Hills type vibe from like The Weeknd, but Yachty on that beat. And then the very last song, we reached the finale of this grand psychedelic rock record. You have Reach the Sunshine. The song features Daniel Caesar, which is like the first time the 2 of them have ever collabed. But it's so weird hearing Daniel Caesar sing in such a low octave. It's so bizarre. But the song and the album end on this grand finale of a track, and it's pretty powerful, and it's like in a really great way to wrap this record up. But like I said, overall, the biggest part of this record for me is the amazing production that was done on here, and just how they kind of like owned this 2 styles of what Yachty was aiming for and was looking for, and they got it. So shout out to Patrick Wembley for the production on this record. I think you deserve a freaking award. Like I said, Lil Yachty I think is kind of out of his element, which is the point of the record, but I feel like he doesn't do a great job kind of like leaning into it and doing what he's got to do. This album is absolutely carried by the production of the record and how well it sounds and how well it does what it has to do for that type of a genre of music. I think they did a fantastic job, and all the credit should go to them. That being said, I gave this record a 62. Like, you can understand, I like it. I wish it could be better. I wish there was things that could have been done. But it's nice to hear Yachty on something different. I love Lil Yachty. I love his rap music. I like how silly he is. I love him as a person, and like just all the stuff that you see in all the interviews and stuff. I just love him as a person. And I'm glad that he kind of got to do what he wanted to do in this record, which I think more artists need to have that type of creative freedom. What do you think? Put your scores down in the comment section below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with all your besties. And I'll see you in the next one. Biggie out.